broadcasting for YouTube. So today we'll be doing side quests with my cat. Alright, so I guess the first one on the list, maybe we should probably do the event quest that just came out. Little Fungi's Fun Fantastic Fiesta. Alright, let's... Quest location is currently involved in other quests. Which quests? Longfield Graph Adversarial Technology. Which one's that one? Interesting. Don't see where that one would be. Alright, oh, guess not that one. Probably should do this one next. Alright, off we go. I missed. Fantastic. I heard this was sad, apparently.
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But what if there's a chance?
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the Fontaine Fishing Association. How can I help you? Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh, finally. Someone has heard my prayers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry, you've got 2 super experienced adventurers right here. We'll take care of anything and everything for you as long as you pay us a little bit of Mora.
Cat is going to be a major part
You are
of this
exactly
video,
the helpers I need. See, the problem is that the fish around a fishing spot at Araneus have just all up and vanished recently. They disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of human anglers. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I had planned to go and investigate the area right away. Right, but unfortunately, as the representative of the Fishing Association, there are a few other errands that I absolutely have to run. So
you'd like us to investigate the spot for you?
exactly, you're right on the Mora. So I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets, knowing
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing, that's all.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good night's sleep knowing the two of you are on the case.
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish? It really doesn't sound too difficult.
No, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the fish have gone missing due to an encounter with the water imps. Yes, you're both Outlanders, right? Our local fairy tales often speak of a terrifying underwater creature called Felksy.
I'm not sure what my cat is doing. Hope she's not chewing the cables.
The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone, then we'd be snatched away and eaten by a water imp called Felksy.
A child eating water imp? Did they tell you what it looked like?
My father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman, while my mother said it had a handsome face. It's really strange, though, because you'd also hear other people describe it as just a chubby penguin with a deceptive appearance. Even though the tales vary regarding its appearance, Everyone agrees that it's really
It's a
dangerous.
penguin.
It lives
That's
in
gonna
an
remind me of
underwater cave
FGO's,
surrounded by pallid bones
little
and uses
leviathan.
its sensitive nose to track down lonely children who've lost their way. And once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice to lure them into the water before swallowing them all. Pretty terrifying, isn't it?
Sounds kinda scary. But isn't that pretty normal for a fairy tale? After all, those kinds of stories are usually made up to help keep children away from danger.
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real-life tale? Just like how a water vein always has a source. Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone recently saw a child walk into the water as if he was possessed by something. Doesn't that sound just like he was responding to the call of a water imp?
So you mean someone really got eaten by a water imp?
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened on Irenaeus. That's no laughing matter if you ask me. Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island as well. Combine that with the mysterious mist, the huge tree with expansive underground roots, and the rumor that the fish-heps on the island can understand human language. Is it really so shocking that an island so shrouded in mystery could harbor a terrifying water imp as well?
Well, she's got a point.
Does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now. Still, if someone's really been hurt, then we can't just ignore the situation, right, Traveler?
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't forget that no matter what, safety always comes first.
Alright. After all that lengthy dialogue. Alright. I'm not sure why I'm gonna swim there. Maybe I could just teleport, that'd be faster. Yeah, that'd be way faster. Alrighty.
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look, there's some footprints over there.
I'm not sure I see those footprints that you are talking about, Paimon. Oh, those ones.
These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can find anything else. Wait, did you hear something just now?
Sounds like one of those new hydro monsters. Ah, it's just Remine.
What is that? Don't come any closer!
Paimon? Traveler? I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Remine!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp. Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say? How surprising.
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else who's trying to investigate the water imp?
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated. Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy. Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp? Wait, hold on! Fremina, you never take commissions from other people!
Yeah, but, she made a special request. but out of respect for her privacy, I can't really talk about it.
He's so awkward.
It's alright though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly.
I see a
And
little
I'll
side
just tell
event
her
over there
that
that
you're
I
two
feel
of
like
my
I must do.
trustworthy companions. Hearing that, she might be willing to share some information, and you'll be able to continue with your investigation.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily
He's not cold
the
and
water
reserved, he's
imp,
just
though.
awkward.
We're primarily here to investigate the disappearance of the fish.
The fish? Ah, I think I may have connected the dots. These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of noise. So, all that about the disappearing fish? Well, it was probably because of me.
What? So that's all it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the water was also...
Well, it's probably just Fremine.
Yes, I think that's quite likely as well.
Whew. So in the end, it was just Fremine. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the fairy tales might look like, and it all turns out to be just a hoax.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible.
Marty,
Once I'm done, the fish
Kitty,
should come
you're about
back.
to step in front of the camera. And you're in front of the camera.
Thank you.
Actually, how much work do you still have left, Fremine? Maybe we could lend you a hand.
Thanks for offering. But I can't trouble you any more than I already have.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about helping each other, you know?
I feel like you're just guilt tripping him, Paimon.
But don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out. Even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing. If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back. Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Is that what you'd like to do as well? Huh. Alright, I'll trust your judgment. Please follow me. I've made a makeshift camp over there.
So awkward. Wait. There's an event over here. I must go do that first. ADHD for missions. Alright. Darn, I missed. Alright, try again. What? There was one over there? Alrighty then. Oh, no, I gotta get it all the way over there. I'm short. Oh, no, not. Cool.
Ah, this wasn't locked. How convenient.
Nice. Something tells me if I do that one, I'm going to get frustrated really quickly. Another teapot item. Learn the blueprint. Let's see if maybe I can figure it out real quick. Nope, though. I'm not smart. Alright. Oh, okay. I see. Wait for all these guys to get close. Oh. one doesn't reach. And if it does, it's barely there for like a second. Yeah, see, that one doesn't reach. Interesting. I don't see any little water droplets that I could use to trigger that. Interesting. It doesn't reach any of these ones. Interesting. Oh. Well, now it works. Guess you just gotta time it
This wasn't
right.
locked. Convenient.
Immediately distracted by other stuff. Alright. This feature makes grinding for your commission so much easier.
I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Thelxie, are you there? So that's Fremone's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear. It's not really anywhere famous or important. Don't worry about it.
I feel like we should actually be able to visit Penguin Town. I'd like to see what that place is for myself.
Hey, Thelxie, nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
I don't think it can talk, Paimon.
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, I had to give up on the idea. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words, so he can't really talk to us just yet.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you complete and install this language module, right?
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests. It was just something I wanted to try. I have two other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's motherboard, to make sure he will be able to function properly in most situations.
That doesn't sound too hard. And what's the other thing?
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells and coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
We're going to give the robotic penguin a weapon.
A weapon? Will Thelxie have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand, like that brave prince of legend. It's a part of my employer's request.
I can see where this is going. Something tells me I'm going to have to be the one to control Thelxie with that weapon later on as a mini-game.
What an imaginative employer! Naming Thelxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look like a prince?
Well, regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's purpose is the same. Just like Pear, he has come to this world to serve as somebody's companion.
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could he understand what we were just talking about?
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of a translation module, he still can't quite communicate with us.
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by doing some testing on the motherboard. That sounds like something we can do here in the camp.
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench, so please follow me. Ah, Here we
I
go.
mean, walks with so much
I
staff.
have this testing manual, so feel free to reference it if you get stuck. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. I've got a lot of backup boards just in case. Okay. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
Hopefully. Hopefully I'll be able to figure it out. What did I get? Oh, just this. Alright. Yeah, like I said, hopefully I'll be able to figure it out. After pressing, use the left joystick to assemble the circuit. Okay. After pressing, use the left joystick to delete improper circuit assemblages. How do I rotate? Ah, interesting. Okay. Well, I guess that's how it works. Alright.
You're doing well. Just as I expected.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks before, you know.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just as I mentioned earlier. We're after colorful shells and coral. Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment, right? Okay.
Pretty much experts.
That's good.
For sure.
Just let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable. I'll make sure to stay right by your side.
And unlike you, Fremine, I don't need diving gear. I breathe water like a fish. Am I gonna go fight a crab? Oh.
It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help
Otherwise
us
I'm gonna
with our search.
keep getting blasted by this thing. Here we go. Oh. Hydro crystal flies. I need more of those. Okay, so my indicator's saying up. So I'm guessing this one here.
This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and excavation efforts. Here, try it. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out.
Too far. Too much. Alright.
Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Yay! It's really too bad that you can only do this in Fontaine with Fontaine characters. would be pretty self-explanatory to be able to jump out of the water, but apparently it's only something Fontaines can do. That makes tons of sense. Just like the ability to dive underwater is only a Fontaine experience. Because that makes even more sense.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estray. I must have kept
What
you
a
waiting.
ridiculous name.
I can report, though, that the construction of Thelxie is going quite smoothly.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame d'Estray. Are you Fremine's employer?
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria.
Oops.
You
Click
are
too
both
fast.
so adorable. The sight of you reminds me of little fairies under a cottage roof.
Oh, do you really think so?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of water imps. And I wouldn't have had to trouble Fremine here with this commission.
She looks like she's dressed up as like one of those characters from Sumeru. Like with a weird mix between, like, it's like a weird mix of Fontaine and Sumeru.
Obsessed with the tales of water imps?
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet? I would have thought Fremine had explained it to you already.
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. As you are assisting him with the project, I believe it'll be beneficial for you to learn more about its vision and history. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission.
I'd really
So,
prefer not to listen. I'd
would you
rather
like
just
to
do the
listen to
event,
my
but
story?
you're gonna tell me anyway.
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about
Come
us,
tell
so
me
we'll
anyway,
try our
even if
best
I
to
don't
help
really
you get
wanna
through your
listen.
troubles.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation into words. I'm sure you're already familiar with the tale of the water imps, right? Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water. My child is rather
The
special,
only water
however.
you should be worried
While
about
most
is
other
the primordial
children are
sea.
terrified of Thelxie, he's infatuated with him.
Infatuated?
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood.
My cat is taking a
In
nap
his
the corner.
mind, instead of singing to abduct children, the water imp actually sang out of a longing for companionship. As a result, he often goes near the water in secret.
You guys act like going near the water is the worst thing imaginable. The only thing you need to worry about is the primordial sea water. That's the only water you need to be concerned about.
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't
Then
be
again,
lonely any longer?
after the whole story quest,
What a
not
unique way
anymore.
of thinking.
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd.
Loneliness
He was
syndrome?
actually diagnosed with loneliness syndrome when he was only 8 years old. It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many
So
mundane
he's just
activities.
depressed.
The syndrome is probably what made him so determined to become friends with the water imp.
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
I know this is supposed to be like
If you were to
sad
become
and
afflicted
tragic,
with the
but
disorder, Paimon,
it could
you
be a
would
lot
only
worse,
be
I
able
feel
to
like.
say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
No!
I might be a little
Paimon
harsh
accept
though,
that.
so
We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less.
feel like you were just trying to add all that 2,000 word quota in that one sentence.
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son, but since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also developed some new symptoms lately, such as uncontrollable delusions.
Huh? Uncontrollable what now?
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality, and spends all his time in his fantasy world.
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling. It goes a bit like this.
Once upon a time, there was a splendid and magnificent underwater kingdom of water imps on the Salacia plain, 500 feet beneath the surface. Countless lovely water imps lived in houses made of rainbow shells and corals, tending to the sea animals during the day and singing between fields of golden hidalga during the night. Everyone led a carefree and blessed lives until the day of the iridescence parade, the important festival during which the new king would be crowned. Before the festival, all water imps would select the most precious pearl they owned, wrap it in golden branches and leaves, and offer it to their most beloved prince. And during the day of the parade, the prince would cross a rainbow bridge made from all the offered shells and accept the crown from his father amid the applause of his subjects. Finally, the new king would bless everyone with his well wishes. And as for the prince's name, it's none other than Thelxie.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this?
Created his own
He
fairy tale
really
world.
crafted a lovely fairy tale world for Thelxie. It's like a beautiful dream.
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with a twist.
The day of the iridescence parade came as expected, but countless monsters also arrived alongside the prince. The monsters were evil and cruel, and they struck fear into all water imps' heart. The water imps, adept at singing as they were, could not defend themselves against the monsters, so the kingdom fell. The king was killed, and the water imps were locked behind bars. The rainbow bridge lost its color and crumbled away. The prince was barely able to escape with the help of a mysterious masked individual, but he had already lost everything and could only spend his days singing mournful songs. And just as the prince sang out of loneliness, so could his song only be heard by similarly lonely children.
How could the story end like this?
And it suddenly started raining in the background.
Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to develop his loneliness syndrome?
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient eventually loses themselves to the fantasy world of their own creation.
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality. He's begun to see himself as Thelxie.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the same as that of a prince who lost everything he ever loved or stood for.
Genshin is getting really dark with their stories from now on.
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions. Then we have to help him snap out of it.
If only it were that simple, Paimon. Think they would have done it already.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best to try to guide his fantasy. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world, but since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book. If we could use this book as a breakthrough for his condition... Here, you can take a look.
She looks way too bright-eyed for such a depressing story.
Ah, so Zuri's son also saw Thelxie as a penguin. Oh, he looks so sad.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. One where the Water Imp Prince is eventually able to restore his kingdom with the help of his friends. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of hope again. That's what I mean by guiding his fantasy.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Femine need to make a Thelxie as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Thelxie, and help him regain his crown and country.
We're going through a lot, apparently.
But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Femine here to craft a Thelxie, and then I'll paint the journey with this Thelxie into the picture book.
Ah, like a stand-in You really put a lot of thought into this, Zuria. Paimon still has one question, though. Where will we be able to find a Water Imp Kingdom?
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked Fremine to research them for me. We'll be able to use one of the ruins as the kingdom.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the Kingdom of Water Imps. As long as we chase away the monsters in the ruins, it'll count as chasing away the monsters in the Water Imp Kingdom, right?
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's
that's probably
just
why
as
we're gonna
Zuria
give that
said. We
robotic
need to
penguin
take
a
this
weapon.
seriously. And the only way we can take this seriously is if we choose to believe everything that's happening is real.
For a picture book? Okay.
So we'll be playing it straight, or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, neither of those really sound right. Well, either way, we'll still be able to help, right?
We got this in the bag.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer, because he's so enamored with his dream.
Zuria.
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. I should be heading back right about now to check on my son. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view. Feel free to come find me if anything urgent comes up.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Thelxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank you all. With that in mind, how about we meet here in 2 days' time to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps?
Sounds good. That's my kind of answer right there.
All right,
Sounds
everyone.
good.
Let's meet again in another 2 days.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady. Fremine, do you think her plan will work out?
Let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few things that I didn't bring up because the Madame was here.
Some secrets? Can I take that? I'll take that.
What is it, Fremine? What did you want to say?
If you don't mind me asking, I would like the two of you to mentally prepare yourselves.
That's not
This
ominous.
is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really strong and will do everything you can to help the child. But with the syndrome being the way it is, if things don't...
Well, don't worry, Fremine. I'm used to characters being terminally ill. Kale, Dunyanzard from Sumeru are just two. Plus, we also have, what was his name? Teppei from Inazuma. You know, that poor guy.
If things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome and not put too much blame on yourselves.
Fremine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working out?
I'm gonna say this, Paimon. Fremine is a realist, not an optimist.
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
So that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Fremine, don't tell Paimon that you also...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. I've just seen many cases of it at the House of the Hearth, back when we lived under the previous director. They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind to environmental factors and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains. And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the worst cases, the patient could even pass away.
What? It could get that serious? And here Paimon thought they'd just stop talking as much.
That's not how that kind of stuff works, Paimon.
That's just the nature of it. So, if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst-case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel like you failed.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too. No matter how hard it might get, we won't be scared.
Really? Then in that case, let's see this real-life fantasy adventure together to the end.
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as you've described, then do you really think Zuria's method will be able to help? After all, and some ruins is the kingdom of water imps. The whole adventure will only be turned into a picture book for her son to read.
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself somehow. The only reason he's allowed his dream kingdom to fall is because he's lost control of his heart. But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his world. Like helping someone who's lost their voice be able to speak again.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you understand all of this so well, Fremine?
Well, maybe because I've also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. I was able to draw a lot of support from it, so I believe in the power of fantasy worlds. So you remembered.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark!
He's very embarrassed.
Hey, why did you put that on?
It's just one of my personal quirks. Please pay it no mind. Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots
And
of
his
penguin
helmet looks like a
residents.
penguin.
They're all really good at making clockwork toys, and Pear is the town's triumphant hero, as well as the one who quietly protects the whole place.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much that I made Pear, as Pear chose me as his friend.
Fremine, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. I just believe that the fairy tale world of my dreams must also exist somewhere. It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult to see. Or it will only reveal itself at very specific times.
Specific times? Like when you put on your diving helmet?
Yeah, that's the general idea of it.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. It's a very surreal feeling. Both alienating, but also as if you're being protected by something. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some truly wondrous things, as if a fairy tale has become reality. It's almost like a sort of miracle.
Really? Like a miracle?
Now I want to try on your helmet too? Alrighty then.
Well, if that's in order.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Thuxie's weapon? We don't want to keep you from finishing your commission.
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Paimon. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for you to try my helmet. Thanks for all of your
We're
help.
still on the helmet thing, okay?
I'll be off for now. Let's meet up here again in 2 days.
Alright. Well, that's cool. Little cutscene right there. Alright. Alright, let's check out the first challenge. The key to debugging the motherboard is in being familiar with the circuit structure. Connect the source of the signal to the receiving end to ensure the signal is transmitted smoothly. Complete debugging the motherboard. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay. The debugging process features broken circuits. Broken circuits will immediately connect when the signal passes through an inductive switch of the corresponding color. Alright. Equipable circuit limit is 10. So... Alright. Delete that one in. Interesting. I must be an idiot because I thought what I was doing earlier worked, but now it's not. So I guess I have to go all the way down. And then... How do I get it to curve? Seriously, I must be an absolute idiot. Alright, set up the circuits of limited lengths to ensure that the signal gets from its source to its designated endpoint, which will complete the debugging process. The debugging process features broken circuits. Broken circuits will immediately connect when the signal passes through an inductive switch. The corresponding color. Okay. Why is that one curving? Okay. Interesting. Okay. It's so strange. It won't let me... Am I limited on how many curves I can do? Yeah, it almost seems like I'm limited on how many curvings I can do. Interesting. Okay. So let's see. So I need to figure out the best path. Alright, so it has to be that way. Seriously, I must be an idiot. I can't figure this out. Okay, so this way, this way, this way. They're making it seem like I have to go through this one though. I don't know why they can't just let me have one big old curve. Just that the way they set it up makes it so you can't do multiple curves. Okay, It has to go through this, though, because I need to be able to make that a full circuit link. So it has to go through here. Okay, I wanted to see what that did. So he has to step on it. So it can't connect this way at all. I've already run out of curves. There's no way I can get another curve somehow. It's ridiculous. really don't want to have to look up how to do this on the freaking Wikipedia page, because I have a feeling once I see that, I'm going to realize how really stupid I was to not get this. And it has to go through here. So there's no other way for these ones. So am I only allowed curves around those? This doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. What? I don't get it. Just curve. There's gotta be one that curves. Alright, I give. How do I do it? Because I don't have the brain power for this. Especially not at 9 o'clock. Do. I feel like such a loser. These puzzles get more and more annoying. Okay. We'll see if that actually does anything. It'll be even worse if I can't get it even with a help. Okay, so... But I wasn't doing that earlier. So apparently these are supposed to curve, but how do I get it to curve? Genshin, you don't make a lot of sense. Wrong button. was that? Oh! I remember you're supposed to use the L button to be able to move stuff. Okay. Alright. Well. Alright, let's try the other one without any help. There can be a... Oh, great. Making it even more challenging for my boneheadedness. There can be up to 2 different circuits involved in one debugging process. Circuit starting points and endpoints will have the same color. Alright. I'm guessing they can't interact with each other. Okay. So, green guy needs to be able to go here. Okay, let's see what the best pattern is. For sure he's gotta go through here. No, can't do it that way. Because then I've run out of circuits. Okay, let's finish him. Oh. There we go. Now that I figured out how I can change the direction of the actual circuit, now I can actually do it. Okay, next one. Alright. Interesting. Okay. So, to be able to even do that one, I have to... So I need to have him delayed a little bit. Try that. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. After the debugging process has gone on for a while, you can use the debug manual to obtain clues about how to set the circuit up. That could have been useful earlier. Alright, so let's see here. No, don't want to do it that way. Tight fit. Okay. Oh, okay, so they'll actually just wait for you. When a signal passes through an inductive switch of a specific color, the branching path connection direction will change. You can repeatedly activate each such inductive switches this way. Okay. Just want to see how that goes. Alrighty then. See what that does. Oh. Alright. Let's try this again. So maybe I need to have him... No, he wouldn't be able to. Okay. So I need red to go first. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Next challenge. How many of these are there? And something tells me I'm going to need to... I need to be able to delay someone. Oh. Okay, so I need more of a delay. You go there. Click. There you go.
A word of advice, don't break the law.
Sound advice from Presley. Alright.
Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
Don't break the law. Yes, yes. Oh, I was a little impatient. There was one more. Alright. Let's see here. Just to see where I'm going with this. Something tells me I need to go this way. No. But then where does that one go? We'll see how that one goes. Nope, wrong one. Okay, so this guy needs to be able to go first. Did I just make this exact same pattern a second ago? Yes, I did. No, that wouldn't work. Maybe I need to delay this one. Let's try that. Nope. Do I need to delay this one more? Okay, so I need to delay it even more. Okay. Okay, cool. There we go. All about the delay. Alright then. So that takes care of all those. Okay, so that one's the story. Alrighty. So let's see what's in here. So I need 80 to get another Femine. Alright, let's try the next couple of challenges. These ones are underwater. Alright. Oh, the magic conch shell. When the echoing conch plays, will display possible iridescent glory locations on your mini-map and in your field of view. Collect the designated number of said glories to complete the challenge. Some materials require xenochromatic frontimer aberrant abilities to collect. Guess that's why this dude's here for. Alright. Whoops, I just attacked that stingray. Did I get it? I guess. That looks like just a net. Good thing it's not like the chasm where you slowly die. Alright. That was easy. Alright, next location then. Alright. Zero deaths. That's not the target. Nothing. Well, that sucks. I'll take that from you. Thank you very much. I'm being ambushed. Alright. Ah, there's the final one. I feel bad every time I kill one of these guys. They just look so harmless. Now what's targeting me? Oh no, one of the harmless looking ones. Ooh. They're so derpy looking in the face, and I feel bad every time I kill one. But unfortunately, pretty much every Fontaine character needs the drops that they provide. Alright, next location. These are so much easier. Oh, they told me I'm gonna need this one. Oh, jeez. I'm being attacked by something. Ah. Die. Oh, it's a dolphin. No seahorse thing. Ah. Also being attacked by whatever that thing is. no, where's the switch? Where's the crab? It's so annoying. So I'm missing one. Oh, right there, doggy. Alright. Easy peasy. Complete Prince's country to unlock. Do I have enough to do a single? I have plenty to do a single. I'd like to get another copy of that weapon. But I also like another copy of Ayato. Well, unfortunately, I'd probably not get another 5-star just because I won the I won the 50-50 with Coastal Lore. You never know though. Genshin could surprise me. But I did win the 50-50 2 times in a row. Ricely and then Farina. So, maybe. But now I got Kiara. Didn't really care if I got her or not. Don't judge. I have a lot of characters still at level 1. I know, you gotta train up your 4-stars because they're good supports, but I'm too lazy. Let me just train up the ones that I like the most. And yes, that is a level 90 Traveler. Because why not? And don't judge my level 40 Aloy. I only leveled her up because I wanted the items. I need more stones. Let's see. I never have enough of anything. I know I should probably just get rid of all these 4-stars, but some of them seem like they'd be better than the 5-stars. At least in my account, the 4-stars are better than the 5-stars. Alrighty then. Wait until 2 days later. How many days has it gone by as a game? Nobody home. I'm all alone. All my buddies are offline. For a second there, I thought I glitched out. Why does it teleport me right here? I've got nothing. Alright. Let's see here. Can I do this one yet? No. Long-failed graph adversarial technology. Which one is that one? Oh, right here. Lapine Pauline. After putting in some work, you have collected enough samples. Looks like it's time to follow up with Lapine Pauline. I don't remember this one. What is this one? And what is this? Special analysis zoom lens. Gadget unequipped. New type of camera accessory. Okay. I don't remember this one. Quarter Fontaine. Quartier Leonias. I'm probably butchering these completely. Alright, well, at least I know which one it is. Let's increase some of the talents on Riceley. It was this one, right? Yes. So, FYI, I am not a meta player, so I do not have like these crazy artifacts where you can do like over 1 million damage. No, I'm much more casual than that. Pyro, Hydro, and Electro. So let's switch out Riceley, because we are going to go in with Nouvelet.
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join you.
Sure. And then let's switch out Shenhe for God tier character Benny.
You want me on your team?
And let's begin. Although technically you could basically go in there with just Nouvelet and win.
Gather!
There is no
Silence!
Gotcha! Stabilize!
Shine duck!
Bow your head.
Nouvelle is such a broken character. Definitely one of the best characters so far, power-wise, in this game. At least his power is like really consistent. Consistently good. I mean, you don't even have to have him at like a C1. C's like just getting one Nouvelle is really good. And I mean, sure, having a C6 Nouvelle would be really cool, but it's not necessary to make him good.
Illusion shot! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Let the mighty be humbled! Silence!
See? Not even necessary. Because I don't even have a C1 Nouvelle. And sure, having a C1 would make it so interruptions are less likely, but it's not necessary if you just have like a shield character.
Let's light it up!
The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Yeah, like I said, Nouvelle is like a really strong character. And one more.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered! Everybody stand back!
Synchronization. That was terrible.
Be sanctified.
And the thing is, you can just keep spamming that attack, which is like so good. Cool, a gold one. Alright then. PlayStation 4. So slow on loading. I'll take that. Alrighty. Now working on Brycely. Darn it. Apep. Flower. More like a blooming onion. Okay. Let's go fight Apep. Alright, switch the team around, because this is not the ideal team. They typically use Wanderer in this case.
Are you sure it has to be me? Fine.
Zhongli on the team.
Let's get this over with.
Because Zhongli fits for every team. What should I do? I'll hate them team. Nah, let's just do Wanderer team.
Let's go gather some samples.
Tainori, one of my favorite standard characters. In my opinion, the best standard character besides D-Luke. Although I know people are more controversial with D-Luke, just because, I mean, for one, his design wasn't, you know, exactly spot on. But I think D-Luke's a good character. Tainori is definitely my favorite standard, though.
Too slow. Enshroud! One with the force. Wretched vermin! How amusing.
Solidify!
Enshroud!
And Tainari's lock on with like his skill that basically automatically targets the enemy. Really useful for my blind ass.
Stabilize! Order guide you!
I'm going in!
Can't see? Yeah.
Like that.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Let's light it up!
The wind rises.
You dare to gaze upon me? I will have order.
One with the force. I'll uproot you! Squall and fury.
Everybody stand back!
Can't see? Behold! Bow your head.
Solidify.
One with the force. Let's nip that in the bud.
This is order.
Squall and fury.
I'm going in!
The wind rises.
Alright, here we go. Yes, I'm sure Dendro's gonna be super effective on the Dendro drain.
Can't see. Squall and fury. Search for it. Upon the gale. Cry louder.
Solidify.
One with the force. I hear everything.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Let's light it up!
Enshroud. Behold.
Better get down. You know, hide these bubbles.
Can't see.
It's burning.
The wind rises.
Stabilize.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Squall and fury.
Oh. He died. Alright. Resin. Cool. Got the blooming onion. Alright. And now I need more gears from Clockwork Mechas. Okay. But I need the blue ones, so maybe I can craft them. Crafting. When you're too lazy to farm. Alright. That should get me enough for Riceley's next skill level. Cool. What am I gonna need for later? Okay. Alrighty then. So I think that's about it for today. I think that's kind of all the time I've got. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you later.